Good evening. It is 9:35 p.m. Eastern on April 25th, and I just submitted my very last paper for the University of Michigan Ross Executive MBA program. Was speaking to somebody yesterday. I won't name names. He's seen a few of my videos, and he asked me to do one about what to expect with an MBA. You've got a few choices, and I'll go into it next video. But there are multiple types of MBA and EMBA programs. So there are those that are wholly online. There are those that are in person. There are those where people quit their jobs and they go ahead and do it for about a year, 2 years. I did an executive MBA at Ross. What that entailed was once a month, I had to travel in, usually on Fridays and Saturdays, to Ann Arbor, Michigan, go ahead and attend the program. And then after that, it was between about 20 to 25 hours of work during the week. Um, Now, I have an 8-year-old daughter, and obviously it was a little hard navigating soccer practice, dance class, yes, fencing lessons, and a slew of other things that she was doing in order to accommodate my work schedule, where I work between 8 to 10 hours a day, as well as the hours required for reading articles, for writing papers, for going ahead and taking exams, studying, so on and so forth. So for those of you thinking about getting a master's, especially in business administration, keep that in mind that if you go to a university where it's more online and at your own pace, you won't have this type of rigor. But if you're trying to go to a top 10 program, of which Michigan is, then definitely be prepared for being inundated with material. And believe me that your break time, the winter breaks, or even some summer months, they're not really breaks because you're studying for the next semester. This video really isn't a whole lot more than just entailing what is required to attain an MBA. But understand that for 21 months of my life, basically, it was get up in the morning, do about an hour of studying, go to work, work until about 6 p.m., come home, take my daughter to whatever practice or games that she had, possibly make dinner with my wife, and then it was sequestering myself in a room to make sure that I was prepared to pass the classes. And that wasn't even passing the classes with an A plus or perfect score. My tuition was covered under the Veterans Administration GI Bill, so I just had to make sure I survived every single class. And while I did strive for excellence, quite frankly, even doing the amount of studying that I was doing does not guarantee that you're going to be valedictorian of the class. Anyway, this video has something to do with business. It's more indirectly tied to it, but just to understand what you may be asked to go through with an MBA program, especially a higher ranked one, this is definitely it. Oh, and one more thing I have to tell you is that your capstone course, usually for an MBA program, at least for my friends at Chicago Booth and Kellogg at Northwestern, requires a capstone project. I believe most do, or at least most of the ones I know of do. That was 6 weeks of in-depth studying, understand a company or a business unit of a company. In my case, it was a Fortune 30 telecom, and understanding every aspect of a business unit, figuring out what challenges they faced, interviewing people for hours upon hours a day, not just Saturday and Sunday, but Monday through Friday, and then coming up with solutions that they hadn't thought of. And it is something to go into a business unit and not knowing anything about what they do, learning that business unit in about 4 weeks, and then spending the last 2 weeks to crafting a very specific get well plan for them. There's a lot going on there. So just be prepared. A lot of people enter an MBA program thinking they're going to be able to do it 2 to 3 hours a week or use ChatGPT. I can tell you that is not true. Even with the best AI software, the college or university should be able to craft some pretty specific questions, and they're going to know one way or another if you know your stuff or if you don't. So be prepared to study, be prepared to execute. It will benefit you in terms of it will benefit you in terms of how dedicated you are and can be to something that you specifically care about. But I'm about to graduate in 5 days, and I can tell you that I am going to free up about 20 to 25 hours of my life for the foreseeable future with this. So, again, this really didn't have that much to do with a specific business case, but the next video will be why one attains an MBA as opposed to what it takes. But I wanted to at least give you some forethought into that. So, this is for my friend I spoke to yesterday over in Cleveland, Ohio. This was for you, and hopefully you'll watch it soon. Hello, and I'll see you at the club next week.